Hey everyone, today we're talking about how my lawn care and landscape company functions without me. Woo! Let's do this. This is always a big goal of everyone to take some of these hats off and move up in their company, build a company where things really start to run without them. Today we're going to talk about the functions, the people, what we have in place, and what these roles look like to have our company run without me. So I'll tell you what my level of involvement is with my company. I act to Illinois now kind of like a consultant. Obviously when there's an issue, I'm still a phone call away. And there are morning meetings we do every day, which is where I still get to see everybody because I still want to stay connected. That's like a 10-minute deal with the whole team where I zoom in. That's one point of connection every day. And then I do 2 management meetings where I meet with the managers on the team, the higher up people who take care of things, who operate everything. That's my involvement. And that probably takes up, a couple hours of my week. So I really am not doing a ton with that business, and it's continuing on. So I want to talk about these roles. First, oh no, my marker is dead. One marker, junk, next marker, let's talk about it. So I'm always talking about how you make more boxes on the team. This is my selling point of the company that I want to create, where there's more and more positions. So one role that is monumental in our company, and one of the first roles was an office manager. I just put M for manager. We'll put OM for office manager. She is a total fucking badass, and this spooled up to where now she isn't just the office manager, but she's kind of like the maintenance manager as well. So this role handles managing a lot of what goes on in the office, and then it also handles all maintenance sales, all maintenance scheduling, handles management of what kind of goes on a communication level with people. Then there is what I would consider the landscape manager / sales. Eventually there needs to be like someone who's just handling the material, someone who's just handling this. Right now, this position, this handles sales for landscaping, material orders, and it handles the organization of like the teams. First, we have the person who kind of mans the office, does a lot of communication, handles the maintenance. Then we have the person that handles all of the landscaping, sells a good volume of the large projects, so on and so forth. These are the real challenges on the landscaping side, getting the materials on site and making sure that happens, and then actually organizing, and I guess put this on here, and scheduling landscaping work, because that's a challenge. There's so many moving pieces. So many things can change. Weather, this job's got a hang up on it, so we got to move to this job. And it's not just like mowing where it's like ding, 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 ding down the list. That is the second huge position in my business. Now, this position, this just got filled with someone who was totally capable of that during COVID. This was a person we acquired from a stone company, and she is a total freaking rock star. And she got laid off in her company during COVID, and we were able to have her start answering phones. And I'm like, wow, they still got you laid off? To always be looking for people that are rock stars that may not be getting what they deserve where they're at. And that's kind of where I felt like I love the company she worked for. I like the people there, but I feel like they have a little bit of a seniority model. I came from a company like that, and I don't believe in seniority, because I don't care how long I care how long you've been here, but more than anything, it's all about performance. It's just like me, like everything I do, I need to perform better to keep providing for people. This really just got filled last year. It was a total game changer for our business. Without this position being filled, I don't know what we'd do. And then there is, I want to call this, I think we've kind of got it listed as HR, but a lot of our people do wear multiple hats. And what we'll do is we'll start taking this person and getting other people around them, like on all of these. Like there's gonna eventually be someone over here who orders the material, and then someone over here who does the job costing, instead of so much being on one person. But I kind of treat everyone like a little business owner. So like when I started, I wore 40 hats. I want them to wear 40, but maybe have them wear 5, and then we'll strip those hats off as we grow in revenue, and we're able to pay more people to do these things. So this position listed as HR, it's more just keeping track of everything, like any kind of employee reviews, checkpoints, different things we do with our employees. Now this position, she does a little bit of that because she is a rock star at being organized, where a lot of the rest of us lack on being organized. Like we're not the most organized people. So she's really good at keeping track of this stuff because she's really good at keeping stuff organized. But she also helps sell smaller landscape jobs, helps sell some of the small like cleanup and maintenance jobs. So everybody in our company is involved with sales. But these are the 3 office roles we have in Illinois right now that really manned everything, that really had everything. Now we're transitioning into 4th person that is going to be be office related, but still be doing some field work in the transition. And this is going to be a person who is facilitating more of the sales for over here. She will continue doing sales. He will start doing more and more and more sales because I want to incentivize him to get paid more through a 4% commission, which we'll probably continue to talk to people about raising that up further and further. Because commissions and profit sharing and everything, that's where I feel like that's the real growth. It's not just, hey, can I have $1 more an hour? So this position right now is what this is going to become is sales. Right now it's kind of like a landscape field manager. Can't read the writing at all. Don't even know why I put it there. It just felt right to write it down. Kind of making sure what's going on with the crews. Where's their issues in the crews? I think I told him one of my biggest things I want you to focus on is I want to make sure you're paying attention to the culture. Who's toxic? Who's winning? Who do we need to get rid of? Who do we need to move up? Who do we need to coach up? Who do we need to move out? Those things. That's what this position is, and this is going to facilitate us to allow to scale into selling more and more and more so we can keep more and more crews running. Because right now, on your good day where everything's running as it should, there is 10 of these boxes, 10 to 12 of these boxes that are crews out operating every day. And this is the management team that takes care of all of that makes sure that happens. We use Call Boss because they can input all your information in Service Autopilot. So this is a call center, so when a phone rings, it comes to them. They're able to catch it so these people can focus on what they need to keep focusing on to keep the whole machine running. Then they'll put it in a Slack message. If you don't know what Slack is a really cool tool. It's kind of like a big message board, and then they'll update on the clients. These people will do maintenance estimates for us. They'll do some of the stuff if it's all GPS related. Call Boss takes it, they get it, then they process it later on so they can keep focusing on what they're focusing on. And this is what our company looks like at this time. What I love about the office and the way we've created things, I want to continue to push this office here to help do more and more and more across our companies overall. So moving forward, I'm just telling you about future plans. We're hiring like a marketing manager, head marketing person in this company, because right now that's getting produced by one person. She's overloaded and she needs someone to be able to handle multiple different things. So this is going to pour back to this company, and I'm going to continue facilitating and building out more positions here because our office itself is not huge up north, and I'm going to have these positions continue to help the whole. I'm going to build out an office that helps facilitate everything up north. We're going to have in-house marketing for all of our different companies. I mean, obviously we have the lawn care and landscape companies, 2 of those. We've got the clothing company. We've got Growcom. We've got a marketing company that's going to be starting up later on. All these different things. This marketing is going to help the whole. So I got a little into future, but this is really how we facilitate, how we do everything. And then the goal with all of this in your company is you should be removing hats. Now, you start out as one. So I'm going to just put this as me. And you have millions of hats. You've got this, you've got marketing, you've got sales, you've got relations with people, you've got bills, you got insurance you got to figure out, you've got HR. The list goes on and on and on and on. As you build, you need to be thinking about your company like an organizational chart. Maybe at first there's just me, I do some of the work. Well, then I hire people to work for me. I get 1, I get 2 crews, I get 3 crews. I realize, well, actually in 2 crews, like in Florida, we can do 600 grand with 2 crews. I realize that I'm going to do, 250, 300 plus, and I need to put another layer in here. I need an office manager. So now I can hand her the incoming calls, all these other little things, so I can go out and do more of what I'm good at, which is sales. I talked about this in the video where I said how we grew to 600,000 really quick. Now this is the point of contact for these 2 people. And then you just keep building this out. Like eventually this becomes office manager. A lot of our management was really level, and it was a level field that worked on different sectors, but maybe at first it's an office manager, and then you've got one field tech that kind of manages things. Or maybe this becomes, you got an office manager, and then over here you've got the maintenance manager. And then you've got the person that handles the landscape manager. And then these people report to 4 teams, something like that. I don't know what that is, 4 teams. these people report to these 4 teams. Just be thinking about this thing. Like, be thinking about these layers. You've got to get away from being the answer man of everything if you ever want your company to operate without you. You have to empower these people. I'll tell you, it was one of the hardest things for me was letting these people make decisions that I sometimes thought were wrong. And a lot of times that's just because it's not the decision that you would make. The real deal is, did the fucking job get done? That's what matters. Whether they did it the way I like it or they did it their way, did the job actually get completed the way it was supposed to get completed? And if that's the case, that's the end goal. That's what needs to be done anyway. And you get so many people that are so hung up on their idea of perfection, their way that it should be done, they get stuck in perfection and they never really get anywhere. And then it keeps the me answering all these questions. And look at this. What's it like to get questions from all these people? Look at that. That's 8 crews right there. 8 crews of people. That could be 16 people. I don't know. Some of these crews could be spray crews, so maybe it's 12 people. But you got 12 to 16 people all coming at you. What should I do about this? Well, how should I fix this? You have to build in layers. This is how things operate. And then eventually, when these people are capable, you can just be a consultant to those people. They are operating the ship. And then my goal, just so you know how I want to build things, is I want to get these high up people to 100K, to get this management level to 100,000 plus. I want everybody in my company to make as much money as possible. That's why I'm always talking revenue going up and profit going up. So I'm always wanting these to climb. And so those are my focuses. My focuses are build out the boxes, have them start managing people, keep incentivizing these people to make more and more and more money, then start layering on commissions, then move to maybe profit sharing. Like in Illinois, I don't sell anything, so I've moved away from that. Now I'm selling stuff in Florida. But now you move to this. How do I make these things better, and how do I make this profit sharing plan, or how do I do these high level things? Because you as an owner can only do so much. When you're one person, you affect 100% of the revenue. This is like, I heard this one time, and I always say this. As one person, you affect 100% of the outcome. But think if there's, I'm gonna do circles, we're gonna do them fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But this is you right here. So basically, if you go out and you do the wrong thing, which is continue to labor, go out and do, unless you love it, like if you just wanna have a job that you own and you own the job and you want to go out and labor all the time, that's fine. It's whatever is success for you. But if you want to grow a big company and you're watching this video because you want it to operate without you, your goal needs to now shift from this. Like, you had to do this at one point, but now if you go out and labor, if there's 10 people and you go out and produce labor, think about how you affect revenue. Now you affect 10% of the revenue. So your projects need to become things that you hear people say, don't be doing $10 an hour work, be doing what you're actually worth. This is the same conversation. Be doing projects that affect 100%. What are these things? I'm fucking spitting gold here with this. I hope this hasn't bored you, but this is how you do this. Culture, brand, anything to build the brand, content, whatever that is. Marketing, systems, like SOPs and everything else. Maybe major sales. We bought a business last year. That was a major project. Big ass, massive projects. Starting another location, massive project. See, if I affect the culture of the company as a blanketed area, all these people are happier and do better. If I market, push more work into the company now, all these people have more work, maybe we can hire more people. If I create systems that make sure we do the same things, now each one of these people is more likely to give a consistent experience to who they work with. If I sell something that changes the company, like buying the business or whatever, now it shifts the whole business into a different realm. That's how my company operates without me, and this is how I think about getting to a point where that happens. Where are you at in your company? Are you just starting out? Do you not ever want it to run alone? Do you want to someday have something like this? Do you want to be building multiple companies? What do you aspire to? Leave that in the comments below. I'll talk to you soon.